Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my weeks 31 through weeks 33 pregnancy update. I will be 34 weeks in a couple of days, I think. I seriously lose track sometimes and I'm like, am I 33, 34? I literally have to count. That's just what happens when you get to your third baby. But I honestly tried to film this video already once before and my camera battery died mid-sentence and then I wasn't even in focus. So my patience right now are shot just like they are every other day, and that's something I wanted to address in this video. I feel like a lot has changed or happened in the past 31 to 34-ish weeks. I mean, I guess we could say 34 because I'm like almost to 34 weeks. So over the past 3 weeks or so, I have become increasingly more tired. I pretty much have to take a nap throughout the day or else I can't get through the day. I usually nap when Cooper naps or yeah, pretty much when Cooper naps because I can't nap when Cooper's awake. Carter is really good about letting me nap. He will just like hang out on the couch with me. He will play games on his iPad. He will watch a movie or something for a little while for like 30 or 45 minutes while I nap on the couch. I am really thankful for that, but it doesn't happen every day. It's kind of like a rare occurrence pretty much. But by like 2 or 3 o'clock, I am exhausted. And as you can see, I am very out of breath most of the time. I literally cannot sit up for a long time, like straight up, because I cannot breathe. I have to like sit back, you know, and my husband will always laugh because he's like, you're like an old man. Like an old like big man like with his belly hanging out, because I'll pull up my shirt or whatever and I'm like, you know what, that's just how like I have to sit to be comfortable because I can't breathe. His feet are like pushing up on my ribs. Let's see what else. I am really irritable. I don't have a lot of patience for pretty much anything, and I can feel myself getting irritable, and it's not like I want to be like that or I enjoy being like that. I just don't have the patience for anything. I'm tired, I'm uncomfortable, I'm just cranky, and pretty much just how it is. I think there's a point where every woman gets to that in their pregnancy, and the hormone levels are rising again, and it's just a mixture of all kinds of things where I'm just over it. I'm over everything and everyone. Let's see, what else? I went to my last doctor's appointment last Thursday. So a few days ago, and I have gained 20 pounds total, so 20 pounds at 33 weeks. And I must have had like some kind of growth spurt between those last 2 weeks because I gained 3 pounds in that last 2 weeks. So hopefully it was cash growing and not me growing, because 20 pounds is the most that I have gained in any of my 3 pregnancies. And I kind of blame that on the fact that I haven't had really bad heartburn this time. And I'm so thankful. I would rather gain more weight than have heartburn like I did with my last 2 pregnancies, because I was in tears the last 2 pregnancies. It was so bad. The heartburn was excruciating. I will get like a little bit of acid reflux, but I usually just take some Gaviscon and it will help it go away. Nothing compared to what I have with the boys, with the other 2 boys. Nothing. So I'm very thankful for that, and I'm hoping that the rest of the pregnancy will go smoothly that way and I won't have to experience any of that again, because that was the worst part of pregnancy for me with my other 2 boys. At my next doctor's appointment, my doctor said that she will do the group B strep test, and I was always negative for that with my last 2. That can always change, but hopefully it's negative again. And then she said she will also check my cervix as well, and she checked my cervix at 35 weeks with Cooper as well, and I was a centimeter dilated with Cooper at 35 weeks. And then I went back at my 37-week appointment with Cooper and I was 3 centimeters dilated on my own, and she said, your water's probably gonna break tonight, and it did. So that's really crazy to think that I could have only 2 appointments left until like I'm done with this pregnancy, which is crazy to me. Really exciting, but still really crazy. So I will be interested to see if I am dilated at all when I go back in at 35 weeks. I will probably vlog that day. I didn't dilate at all on my own with Carter until I went in to be induced at 40 weeks and 2 days. So I was really surprised by that with Cooper. So I'm just kind of wondering, like, is this third baby gonna follow what the second baby did? She said she thinks he probably will follow what Cooper did, but we will just see. Hopefully I don't go past 40 weeks because I don't have the patience for that this time. What else? There's a couple things I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to show you guys this nightlight, and this is called the VaVa, and it is from Amazon. I saw this on Tara Henderson's vlogs, which I did a collab with her, if you guys don't know who she is. But I saw this on hers, and she has them in her little girls room. Mine is a little bit different. I think you can buy them colored at the bottom for kids or something. This one was actually marketed as a breastfeeding light, which is awesome. And if you're a new mom, you're going to need one of these in your room, because at nighttime, you don't want to wake up your partner if he's got to go to work the next morning and you have to breastfeed. You want to be able to see like what you're doing. And I would always like have milk everywhere. There's milk like all over my kids' faces, my bed sheets, just like everything. So I would always need like a little nightlight. Plus you're going to be changing them, which I've got like a little changing station over here set up. Anyways, you need one of these nightlights if you're going to be breastfeeding. For my other two, I had a dimmer attached to my lamp, but it was really a pain in the butt, honestly. It was either like really dim or really bright. This thing is awesome. So it's got a little charger that sits over here on my nightstand, which I love because I hate battery operated things. And you just tap it twice and it comes on. Isn't this awesome? Then you can hold it down and it will dim or turn it off, on, hold it, and it gets brighter. Isn't that so cool? I think that that is like the best invention ever. That would also be really handy in the hospital as well, because I tell everyone I know to pack a nightlight in their hospital bag, because you know that hospital rooms are either pitch black or the spotlight is on you, like, you know, and in the middle of the night, nobody wants that bright light on them. So a nightlight is a must in your hospital bag. That is another thing that I keep getting asked, am I going to do a hospital bag? And yes, I am going to be doing a hospital bag. It will be up very, very soon. Oh, he's like kicking me in the like belly button. I'm telling you, this kid is like, he's bony or something. It hurts. I'm going to be doing a hospital bag. I'm just waiting for a few things that I ordered to come in so I can show you. So my hospital bag will be complete, and that will be up really soon. Once all that comes in, then I will show you guys. So probably one of the next videos coming up. One other thing I wanted to show are these Dr. Brown's Anti-Microbial reusable breast pads. I have always used the disposable ones, the Lancino disposable ones, and I will continue to use those because I know that I'm going to be behind on laundry and I don't have time for 6 of these. Like, I'm going to go through 6 of these in a day. I mean, seriously, you do. That's just what happens when your milk first comes in. So I don't have time to be washing the laundry like that all the time. However, at the beginning, it's really important when your nipples are like getting cracked and they're just kind of getting used to the whole breastfeeding thing again, or for the first time. These have silver ions in them, which helps to keep bacteria like away from your nipples and infecting them. I have had mastitis with both boys. If you've ever had mastitis, I feel ya. I had to be on antibiotics both times because I was running a really high fever. I was really, really sick with both of them, and I am doing everything I can to try and avoid getting mastitis again this time, because if you've ever had a really high fever and felt like death while trying to take care of a newborn, it's awful. And I think that it really led to a lot of like postpartum depression for me, because it was just like a downhill slope from there. So I'm really trying to avoid mastitis this time. So if you're interested in these, if you've had mastitis before and you're expecting a baby, or if you are a new mom and you don't want to have mastitis, these sound amazing. I don't know if they work. It just says organic cotton Sherpa with silver ions to help prevent bacteria growth. So if I can find these online, I found these at Target. They were 20 bucks for 6, which is kind of expensive, but you cannot put a price on the fact that maybe these will keep me from getting mastitis. I will pay whatever it takes to keep that away. So I will link these below if I can find them online somewhere. And then I will tell you about some more stuff that I'm going to be packing in my hospital bag. I'm not like a perfect person or know everything in the world, but this is my third child, so I feel like I do have an idea of things that you're actually going to use and that you need at the hospital versus things that you don't really need. As a first-time mom, you're always going to pack like a bunch of stuff, which is fine. It's completely fine. I'd rather be overpacked than underpacked, just because I'd rather have comforts from home to make me feel better in the hospital than to have less stuff. So, but that will be up really, really soon. My colostrum has come in. It didn't come in this early with Carter. It did with Cooper though, and I'm not surprised that it's here already. It's not like leaking out or anything, but I did notice that it is here, so at least my body is like preparing itself and is ready to do this. It knows what to do, so that's really exciting. It's just crazy that it's getting so close. I really feel like I was just saying like I'm pregnant and here I am like about to have a baby. So besides the fact that I have to pee every 5 minutes and pee my pants when I sneeze, that has just gotten worse with with each child. What else? I ordered something that I'm really excited about that hopefully will be here in time for my hospital bag. It's for after pains, for nursing, like when you get the contractions and your uterus is going down. Those get worse as you have more children. I didn't have any when I had Carter. Don't remember that being an issue. With Cooper, they were worse than birth. I'm telling you, because I had an epidural with Cooper, I thought I was going to die. I was like, is there something you can give me for these pains? Like, this is awful. So I found something on Amazon and I ordered it, and the reviews were outstanding. So I'm taking it to the hospital with me in hopes that it will really help with the after pains because they were really bad with Cooper, and I keep reading that they get worse and worse with the more births that you have. So I'm really not looking forward to that when I nurse. So I did get that, and I will talk about it more in my hospital bag. I really can't walk around that much without either having to go to the bathroom or having so much pressure down there and having a lot of Braxton Hicks. I get so many Braxton Hicks. It's really uncomfortable by the end of the day. They're not painful. I did have some contractions the other night. Okay, so what I was saying before my camera died is that I did have some contractions, not last night, but the night before, and I was laying in bed, and like I wasn't really timing them because in my head I knew like these aren't real contractions, but they were Braxton Hicks contractions that I could feel in my back. So they felt a little bit like borderline, could these be contractions? But I knew in my heart like they're not real, but they were real enough to be annoying. That makes no sense, but what I'm saying is every like 5 minutes or so, and I didn't time them like perfectly or anything. I didn't time them at all, but every 5 minutes I would get a contraction. So my belly would tighten up, it would hurt throughout like into my back, and then it would go away, and then 5 minutes later, and they kept coming, and then I either fell asleep and dozed off or they just stopped, one of the two, because they were kind of keeping me up a little bit, but they weren't severe enough to where I thought, okay, are these real? So I wasn't too concerned, but that was my first time this pregnancy having contractions like that. If I was a first-time mom, it may have freaked me out, but the same thing happened with Cooper. The closer that I got to 37, 38 weeks, I started having some of those every now and then. I remember timing a few before he got here, but I think that those contractions may have led to like me dilating to 3 centimeters when I was pregnant with Cooper, because they did feel like real contractions, but then they would die off. So it was either that or I was just on my feet so much. I don't really take it very easy when I'm pregnant. I probably should, and everyone has been like, you need to slow down, you need to take it easier, you need to put your feet up, but that's really hard to do when you have kids, and I'm trying really hard to knock things off of my to-do list. So it's really hard for me to just sit down and relax. So by the end of the day, I am having a lot of contractions. But that's just kind of life for me. That's typical me. So I don't think there's anything else I wanted to address. Oh, my line. I talked about that line in the last video, the linea nigra or whatever. I can't even say it right. That goes up your belly button or underneath your belly button. Mine always stops at my belly button. It doesn't ever go higher. A lot of people, it will go like from like your pubic area all the way up. Mine usually stops my belly button, but I've noticed it's coming. So this is about the time where I started to get my line with Cooper as well. So everything is really just starting to happen. Like, it's getting so close. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my belly before I end this video, and I'll see if you can see the line. It's very faint, and then like right before I delivered it got dark, and then it stayed forever like I was saying. So I'll show you guys my belly. And this video has been really informal because I'm just not about like stuffy sit down videos in my chair lately. I'm over it. So I mean, I'm sure that I will be back into doing that, but lately I've just been like, you know what? Whatever's comfiest, I want to sit on my bed. I apologize for the very casualness of this video, but I kind of also enjoy that. It's just like I'm sitting down to talk to you guys. So let me show you what my belly looks like. So here it is in all of its glory. And I'm not sure, does it look bigger than my last pregnancy update? I don't know. I feel like it is a little bit bigger. Maybe, I don't know, a little bit lower. I can't tell. It still feels huge to me. This is what it looks like from the front, and I don't have any stretch marks. I do just have right here where I had my belly button pierced, but it's not a stretch mark or anything. It's just where my belly button was pierced. But that is what it looks like. Let me see if I can turn to this side. I can't even turn. That is a big old baby. I think this is going to be my biggest baby for sure. So that is it for my 31 to 33 week pregnancy update. And I will update you guys again in probably about 2 weeks. But I think I'm going to vlog the next doctor's appointment day just to see how that goes. I'm really interested to see if I've dilated any by 35 weeks. I'm not expecting to at all, but I was with Cooper, so we will see. Thank you guys so much for tagging along with me in this journey. I hope you enjoyed this update. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so that you guys can see the birth of baby Cash. We are planning on vlogging pretty much the whole thing, so stay tuned for that. I can't wait to put that video up. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so that you can see that, and I will see you guys all in my next video.